Today we are gonna make some mini quesadillas with leftover Mississippi pot roast. So first thing you're gonna do is take 2 mini low-carb tortillas and coat them in some melted butter. I actually burnt the butter that I'm using, but honestly I don't care. Actually, I think we're gonna make 3 because there's a good amount of butter in here. So once we do that, we're just going to, I have the heat off on here by the way. We're just going to add first cheese. So the first thing you want to do when you're making a quesadilla is put 2 layers of cheese because that's how it all sticks together. You don't need a ton. And then we're going to add our Mississippi pot roast, which this is like kind of like weird because it's been setting in the fridge and like the oils or whatever have kind of hardened, but it's fine. I think it's going to be super yummy when we heat it up. I would love to have some pepperoni Chinese in here. Thank you, Nix. What's up, Vanessa? Chick, Sophia is doing great. She's a little sleepy at the moment. Schmal, you can hear her in the background. Hi from Ontario, Canada. Hello. All right, so now we can turn the heat on. We're gonna fold these over. It's so nice to hear a baby in the background. I know. It's like, as long as she's not losing her mind, which she kind of was for a second, but Anna came to the rescue. But her little noises are very cute. And it's just a reminder that like, we're cooking, making these videos with like life going on, you know? Okay, boom. I've got them all folded, as you can see. Now we're just gonna turn the heat back on. And guys, ever since I started tracking, I'll be right back in a second. I've noticed you can make a little bit of cheese go a very, very long way. I turned the hot plate on but didn't light it, and I smelled the gas coming out, and that's not good with the baby. I had to light it immediately. Okay, but I was saying, so after we had the baby, I was like eating carbs like in the hospital. When we got home, I was eating all the carbs. I was like putting all the junk in my mouth. And then I decided to start making a few changes here and there. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I felt this calling to like track my macros, which I've never done. I've done keto for 6 years and I'm enjoying it. It was supposed to be a 1-week experiment. Here I am 3 or 4 weeks later. Like, it's not as hard as I thought. I think because once you're keto adapted, you don't have as many insane cravings. So doing like tracking with keto has been really fun for me. And I've noticed you can make a little bit of cheese go so far. There's 1 ounce of cheese in these quesadillas. And before, I used to just dump like 3 ounces in each quesadilla. And at that point, it's not that there's anything wrong with doing that because I got to my goal weight, I got healthy just by eating all the cheese, like not worrying about the other macros. I basically just tracked carbs. And I think that's a great approach if that's like what you feel comfortable doing. But it's just like at a certain point, a lot of my recipes, you're kind of just eating cheese. And that's fine, I like cheese, but I feel like this method, you'll get more flavor out of the actual Mississippi pot roast rather than it just being overpowered by like the flavor of cheddar cheese. I'm gonna pull up the comments on the iPad so I can read them. My phone is a little too far away.
It's incredible.
Okay. I'll be able to read the comments a lot easier now. So I think we're going to flip them here in a second. Shout out to Chile. I am obsessed with cheese and even got sick of cheese. I love this approach. Yeah, Selectress, it's true. Especially my my little bite recipes. If you guys have noticed, I make these like muffin tin recipes, and it's basically just cheese, which I love. But I don't know that I can eat those recipes every single day because it's just like the vibe is just a little overpowering. Any chance you can explain how to track macros? It's very simple. All right, this is burning. I have to flip it. And like I said, this tracking macros is something you want to do either because you're really far into your keto journey, or like you have a lot of experience with eating healthy and you're not worried about the pressure, because it is a lot. Like, especially if you're a sedentary woman and it's telling you you can eat 1,200 calories a day, that's going to be very, very difficult to stick to. So I just want to give that warning that like it's not for everybody, especially if you're at the beginning of your journey. But if you do feel like it's for you, it's very simple. The first thing is you want to wing it like the first few days. You just want to get into the habit of logging everything you eat, even if you're wildly inaccurate. So I just like on Thanksgiving, I logged everything and I was just guessing. Like Anna's mom made like her own recipes of things, and I would just look up like the generic version of what it is, but it's not close to what I was actually eating. So I was just the first few days, I was just trying to get in the habit of logging everything I ate. And then you get better, you start scanning barcodes, you start doing, you start weighing your food, and it seems overwhelming, but the really cool thing about it is it's the only way to totally control your weight loss. Like, keto is great, it'll help you get to a healthy weight on its own time. You know, it took me 2 years to lose 80 pounds. The thing with tracking macros, you're not going to run into cases where like you're doing everything right but you're not losing weight, because if you track your macros and your calories for like a year and you've been at a deficit and you're not miscalculating, you're not giving yourself a few bites here and there and not logging them, which can add up like crazy, especially with things like Mississippi pot roast, you'll lose weight like on your own terms. But that's just why I think it's a cool experiment for me to do. I feel fortunate that I'm at a place in my keto journey where I'm able to do that as a way to help people who are ready for that mindset. But I just don't want to get too deep into it and forget where I came from, because Keto Snacks was built as like a safe haven for people who just want to focus on carbs, you know? So I'm kind of conflicted about sharing my excitement for tracking. And I still stand by the fact that you can track your carbs, because that's how I got to my goal. But this is just like a different approach I'm testing out. All right, I can feel, I can smell it kind of starting to burn. So we're going to turn the heat off, put them on a plate, and take a picture. I think I should get some pepper on Chinese and put them on the plate for the picture. I think we had another jar. We had another jar, right? Yeah. What do you drink? Any alcohol? I'm a big fan of water. My whole life I've always preferred water. But you can drink alcohol on keto. Hard seltzers, so light beer, dry wine, clear liquor, things like that. But I will say, I'm such a water drinker that it gets me into trouble because I have to pee too much. Like, you shouldn't wake up more than once in the middle of the night to pee. Sometimes I wake up twice, and it's a problem. And it's because I love water so much that if I have a cup of water on my bedside table, as I'm going to bed, I take big chugs. And I was listening to a podcast that gave really cool information. It was saying, it's not how much fluid you drink before bed that determines how often you have to pee. It's actually the rate at which you drink it. So if you drink the same amount of ounces of water, but you're sipping it, you're actually going to be less likely to pee. Anyway, I tried this experiment the other night where I put a sparkling water next to the bed because that is harder for me to chug, and it actually worked. But it just feels weird. I feel like I'm going to be dehydrated if I don't have a cup of water next to me all the time. So I put the pepper on Chinese next to the quesadillas. Now we're going to take a picture. I'll probably tear one of it all so you guys can see the inside. Guys, I'm really excited about this. We did the same thing. We made a green bean casserole recipe. You are the reason I started keto and went from 272 to 240. Whoa, Aura's mom, that's amazing. Congratulations. What do you think of those ketone drinks? Are they good for you? Any ketone drinks, probably a scam as far as what they promise you. So drinking ketones in itself is a good way to like boost your energy and improve cognitive function. There are so many benefits to elevating your ketones, even through diet or supplementation. But for somebody to tell you that if you buy this ketone drink, you're going to lose more weight, that is a scam. That is an MLM, actually. So just want to warn you guys. If somebody tells you about the benefits of drinking ketones and then tells you you can make money telling other people about the benefits of drinking ketones, they're probably trying to get you to join their MLM. Okay, we're going to take a picture of this. What tortillas are you using? I've never used these before. They're the La Banderita ones. Shout out to Claudia. I think she always told me to use these. I probably didn't hear you or didn't see, but do you think water diet is great, and how many days if so? If you're talking about doing an extended fast where you just drink water for a few days, people do see benefits with those, but you just want to be careful, like how healthy is your relationship with food? Because if you don't have a healthy relationship with food, that could turn into disordered eating pretty quick. So you just want to assess where you're at as far as your relationship with food. Hey, I saw Claudia just joined. We were just talking about the La Banderita tortillas. And we made some Mississippi pot roast quesadillas. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a picture of the food. So start the Jeopardy music. I know I take a lot of time taking these pictures, and that's one part of the lives where it's kind of, oh no, I just spilled something. But I have to take the picture before I bite into it. That's the problem. All right. I need my camera. We have the house all Christmassy because we were doing some videos of our Christmas decorations and like setup. Busting them. I'm gonna tear one in half. Oh my goodness. Guys, I have to show you this close up. I'm gonna show you this close up in a second. Whoa. That looks amazing. Jeez Louise. I have to show you guys the pull apart on another one. Claudia, I'm glad you like the inflatables. I have to set my phone where it won't fall. I don't have my camera stand right now. Look at these. Yo. Oh my gosh. I think I need to help with Sophia, so I'm just gonna take a bite and get out of here. Oh my god, this one's hot. Oh. Anna has been hanging out with Sophia all day, so I need to... Alright, I'm taking a bite. That last one I pulled apart was way too hot. Guys, I wasn't expecting this to be this good. Please make the Mississippi pot roast, and then please take the leftovers and make quesadillas. Wow. I'm totally blown away. I have to take a bite and then bite a pepperoni Chinese. Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, guys. I love you. I believe in you. I'll see you tomorrow.